What's going on? What's going on? We back. We back. Man, it's about to go down. Javante Tank Davis versus Santacruz. Leo. Santacruz. They had to weigh in today. Regis Progress may have missed weight. God damn it. Regis Progress missed weight. He's not a title fight, so he has to make at least 141 pounds. He was 1 for 1.6, and he has to lose zero point 0.6 pounds in order to get down to 141 pounds. Funny how no one's talking about that, but everybody wants to get on Tank for everything. But anyways, Santacruz made weight, no problem. 129.6 pounds. He's looking like when he hydrates, he's gonna be big as ish. That's what he looks like. He looks like he's packed on some muscle. He's looking dense, and he's looking like he's gonna be an absolute beast. When it comes to Javante Tank Davis made weight. It was 129.8 pounds. He came in, they had the towel right away, and he weighed in. So people are like, oh, is he drained? Is he this? Is he that? Because I guess what they're saying is he had like a pre weigh in, where he weighed in to see exactly where he was, which I don't blame him for doing that, just due to the fact that he's weighed in before, been off, literally gone back, came back half an hour or so, whatever, boom, and made weight. So he wanted to make sure that he's consistent, he's on point. And he wanted to make sure that the scale that he has, maybe in this dressing room or whatever, doesn't mean that scale is going to be the same as the one down here. So you want to make sure that he wanted to make sure he was on point. When he got on that scale the first time, he wanted to make sure he was good. They probably saw that it was kind of like teetering on being exactly at 130 pounds, where he might have gone over a little bit. It's like, you know what, just strip down so we know for sure that you're going to make it. He still had his mask on, which also has a little bit of weight on top of that. He kept that on, and he made the weight. I don't think it was a thing where he had any kind of major issue. They said he was sitting at 135 pounds like a couple of weeks ago, and he was just maintaining that weight for like a good 2 weeks, because obviously the fight got extended out. So they just wanted to make weight, I think. They didn't want to just, it wasn't a situation where they wanted to be like weight under or anything like that. They wanted to just make weight, just do enough, and then keep it moving. After he weighed in, even before he weighed in, he came up, he walked up. There was nothing crazy. It wasn't like he was stumbling. It wasn't like, it wasn't like he was looking like he was shaking or anything like that. It wasn't like he didn't look drawn. His skin wasn't super pale. You didn't see anything, because I was looking for that. You didn't see anything like that. He looked really hyped up. You know what I'm saying? I saw that. He looked really hyped up. He was, punching his fingers. Like he was hyped up for the moment. I did see that part. Then after that, he weighed in. Now, after he weighed in, usually when somebody has an issue, the second they weigh in, shoo, they're off. They go to the corner, they give them the electrolytes or whatever, and they just start guzzling that ish down. They just start guzzling down the fluids. That's one of the first things you can see that somebody had a really hard cut. But this is what happened. After the weigh-in was concerned, they told him to come up. They kind of were looking at each other, kind of doing a little bit of face-off for a little bit. Then Javante started to walk off, and somebody called him back over. Leo actually had left already. So they called Tank back over because I guess some people wanted to do more pictures. So he walked back up. He's sitting there doing pictures, just chilling, chilling out there. Just hanging out, doing his little pictures, showing the little muscles or whatever, doing the double bicep shots. He took a couple of pictures. Then he went off camera. There was no rush to get to any fluids or anything like that. So I think he's fine. Some people are saying that, they heard he was still training before this, or, they saw that he was training before, before he had the weigh-in and this and that, which is, that's kind of weird to me, because we've seen the other events, and you're not even allowed to really enter any areas. For the most part, for these events, you gotta stay in your room, basically. So I don't know what the hell, I guess Leo said that, you saw him training and blah, 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 blah. So it doesn't make any sense. And if he really needed to lose weight like that, they probably would have had him in a bath. They would have had him in a bath, hot sauna. Like, you go look at some of the things when Mikey Garcia back in the day at 130 when he used to have to make weight. Go look at some of the things that Donaire used to have to do back in the day to make weight. When he was shrinking down, sucking down to this weight he had no business being at. Then you kind of see what they usually do. They don't necessarily have you running and stuff like that. They usually have you just sitting there, sawing it up. Sweating to get whatever weight that needed to come off. So I think he's fine. I think that's actually kind of overblown what people have been saying and what I've been hearing. And I think he's going to be fine. He looked good. I don't think there was any kind of... He looked fine. The Gamboa when he hit the weigh-in the second time, it was a little, a little sketchy. But at the end of the day, he made weight. So people need to get off his effing tail. The guy did what he needed to do to make that weight. He came in and he did it on the first try. It wasn't the second try, the third try, the fourth try, the fifth try. On the first try, he made weight. All right? And he did what all these other people were saying that he wasn't going to do. So now that he's made weight, we can't now then turn around and start to try to make... Now forget that. It's not even good enough that he's made weight now. Now we need to try to, complain about how he, quote, made weight. Or, oh, did he have to do this and did he have to do that? He shouldn't have to do all these things to make weight. You should just be able to make weight and blah, 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 this and blah, 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 that. No. He had to make weight. He made weight. Now, if he comes out tomorrow and he doesn't perform well, or he has issues or problems, then maybe you can say something. But if he goes out there and he performs well, no, you can't say anything. If he wins, you can't say anything. You can't say, you can't say anything. He did what he had to do when it comes to this point for that particular day being on the scales. And tomorrow, there's no excuses, obviously, If weight was an issue, at the end of the day, no one's telling you to eat chips and all this nasty stuff, all this stuff all day and, be 30, 40 pounds overweight. No one's telling you to do that. But as far as today's concerned, he did what he had to do. And me personally, I think he looked fine. I don't think there was anything wrong with him whatsoever. I remember when he weighed in, when he missed weight, the Conor McGregor undercard. And you could just see in his face when he was going up. I was like, yeah, that boy ain't weighing. He ain't making weight. And when he missed it, I was like, yeah, he's not going to make weight regardless. He's not going to. And he did it. Lost his belt, everything. He looked horrible. He looked absolutely horrible. So, but it is what it is. The man did what he's supposed to do. Fights tomorrow. We'll see what he has to bring to the table. We'll see what Santacruz has to bring to the table. And the thing with Tank is, just glad that he did make the weight, because what I did notice is whenever he comes into the big stage, he usually sabotages himself in some way. I don't know what that is. I don't know what kind of mental thing that might be going on with him. Dude had a hard life. He had a hard life. From the get-go, from the gun. When it says go, from go, he's had a horrific life. And he's been able to make it through all of it. So, shout out to him for doing what he had to do. Hopefully they both have good performances tomorrow and are safe and healthy at the end of the night to go back home to their families. And that's it. Like, subscribe, share, I'm out.